Hey, it's Maple, your host, professional oversharer, and amateur expert on how not to get punched in a hotel lobby. If you're new, this is the show where we talk about geopolitics like it's messy gossip, because it is. Grab coffee. This one's dumb and scary at the same time.
So journalist Yaita Akio gives a talk in Taichung and gets ambushed from behind by a guy who flew in just to hit him. Not a heckler, not a drunk uncle, a full import. Veteran media guy attacked after a camp in Taichung. Bleeding lip, classic thug move. And while that was happening, YouTuber Terence Shen starts getting death threats for talking about it. Totally random, right? Yeah, and I'm the Queen of England. Here is the itinerary from hell. Suspect is a 33-year-old Hong Kong guy with a record. Chinese national surnamed Liao, also reported as Liu, from Hong Kong. He enters Taiwan 4 days early, scouts the hotel, waits for Yaita to finish speaking, punches him in the face, then sprints to Taichung International Airport to catch a flight to South Korea. Police grab him at the gate just 15 minutes before takeoff. Literally the cheapest spy movie ever. This is Beijing's new business model. I mean, think about it from their perspective. Why hire a highly trained state agent when you can outsource to a guy with a criminal record and a return ticket? A traditional agent is incredibly expensive and, causes a massive diplomatic nightmare. We all remember the incident at the Manchester consulate. But an outsourced thug? Cheap flights, zero training, and most importantly, total plausible deniability. The presidential office already called it what it is, transnational repression. And they're not wrong. It's the act of a state reaching right across borders to silence or assault critics in foreign countries. It is practically a textbook definition playing out in real life. Because this is not the first time. This is the same hit-and-run playbook they used on Causeway Bay's Lam Win Ki, who got splashed with paint, and on Hong Kong activist Tong Wei Hung getting paint thrown. Then the attacker leaves Taiwan immediately. It's the punch-and-flee doctrine. Suppress Taiwan's democracy one cheap assault at a time. But the physical hit is only the beginning. Next comes the digital amplification. And Terence Shen gets death threats next from a +86 phone number, because that's phase 2. You don't have to silence everyone if you scare enough people into silencing themselves. The goal here is just pure mass paranoia. One guy gets punched, 10 creators think twice. That's the ROI the Chinese government loves. No tanks, no missiles, just plausible deniability, and a guy who will swear he was just a tourist who really hates free speech. It's highly cost-effective intimidation. And the data actually backs this up entirely. If you look at reports from Freedom House, China alone accounts for a massive 22% of all global transnational repression cases. The rest of the whole world combined makes up the remaining 78%. So the sources make it very clear that Beijing is running the world's most active campaign of cross-border harassment. And physical assaults aren't the only tool they use. The sources outline this intense bureaucracy of fear used against prominent dissidents like Teacher Li in Italy. They use a full menu of harassment. We're talking punishing family members back home, pressuring his business partners in Milan to cancel contracts, deploying agents just to physically tail him, and interrogating his online fans. It's designed to let the target know Big Brother is always watching. Let's drop the political correctness. This is not cross-strait misunderstanding. This is a government that can't win an argument, so it mails in a fist. Taiwan lets you say whatever you want. Beijing lets you say whatever you want, as long as you don't. And when you do it in Taiwan anyway, they try to import the punishment. So how do free societies actually fight back? Well, commentators argue we have to aggressively raise the cost of these attacks. First, close border loopholes with much stricter screening for inbound travelers with criminal records. Second, legal retaliation. Hit these attackers with massive civil suits to bankrupt them. And third, social resilience. We have to flat out refuse to self-censor and just keep speaking out. Quick pause for capitalism. If you like me connecting dots Beijing pretends aren't connected, subscribe. Leave a 5-star review. If you hate this show, leave a 1-star and tell me I'm a CIA plant. It helps the algorithm. Share it with that friend who still thinks transnational repression is a yoga pose. That's the pattern. Import a thug, export fear, pretend it's not state policy. Spoiler, it is. Huge thanks to my producer, FireflyHaku, who is now on the airport watch list just for Googling how to spot a hit-and-run goon in Taichung and still offered to be my bodyguard for free boba. I'm Maple. Stay loud, stay on bot, and if someone flies 4 days to punch you for a speech, you were definitely over the target. But it really leaves us wondering, as these outsourcing tactics get cheaper and easier to hide, how long until every local dispute becomes a transnational hit job? See you next time.